Anyhow, I guess it's time for the new and improved late edition, complete with green screen, which we haven't completely gotten the hang of, as you can see. Ah, but we're working on it. Coming at you today from beautiful downtown Dungeon. It's kitchen adjacent. So what do we got going on today? Going to look at a Loot Crate Gaming, which I conveniently and in keeping with tradition put the T-shirt somewhere I can't find because I wore it before the show. Not like right before, but whatever. Gonna play a game called Crawl. Interesting dungeon crawl multiplayer aspect thing. Gonna talk a little bit more about the NES Mini and the fact that it's been discontinued. Get a little bit of a post-mortem on our first real game of 5-Minute Dungeon. Maybe, gonna tell a story based actually on the cards of 5-Minute Dungeon, so we'll see how that goes. It's a random kind of thing. And then whatever else might happen all in this semi-exciting edition of The James Show. Games I've been playing. Well, Persona 5 came out, so been a lot of into the Persona 5. Iron Banner's going on in Destiny right now. Destiny's still kind of, playing some. It's in its last update before the new one comes out in September. September 8th is the current word. And yes, I'll be still getting it on the PS4. Also been playing a lot of Zelda, going around getting the shrines. I had to restart my game, as I mentioned before, from when I had it on the Wii U to the Switch. Looking forward to some Mario racing action that's coming out on the 28th. That should be cool. And what else? I tried to play some Ghost Recon Wildlands here recently, but life got in the way, and then there's also Zelda and Persona to play. Anyhow, let's go ahead and take a look at a Loot Crate. That's a big logo. Let's give you a little bit there. Give it a little bit of a shrinky action. So, Loot Gaming. What did I get this month? Well, a couple of cool things. I did put the t-shirt in here. It's not going to show up well because it's got a lot of blue and green on it, probably. But we're certainly going to try. No. Yeah, it's Tron. So, the display dies. Oh no. Yeah, but it's classic Tron, holding up the disc colors. It's cool, but we can't see it. Got a Overwatch Tracer, big. She's got, it's very, like chibi-esque, I guess is what you call it, kind of really big head, teeny tiny everything else. What else we got going on here? A big ass game mat mouse pad for Prey. And the coolest thing in the bunch, a lamp. Which you can't really see. It's very see-through, but I shall plug it in and I shall believe you should seize it. Let's us seize it. To believes it. No. No seeing it at all. Ooh, okay, well. Let's pull back the veil just for a second and you can see. See, it's pretty cool. So that was Loot Gaming this month. Pretty cool stuff. Overall, I liked it. The lamp is really cool. T-shirt's pretty cool, which I guess I could have pulled back the veil. And then, of course, there was a poster that kind of went over some of the stuff. And a pin, which I think I already put away. All in all, pretty decent loot crate. Good action. Solid teeth. So, what do you say I get my sunglasses on and we get into some of this crawl action right here. Yeah, that was crawl. It was kind of dancing a little. I just screwed up my screen. There we go. Okay. So crawl, it could be up to Mr. Sunglasses. That's me. Up to 4 players. I'm gonna play with bots. So, yeah, that's fine. And my random warships. Or I can pick. I'm gonna worship that guy. Monsters are stronger now. Ready. So
they had been dumped here to die.
First,
like all the rest. But he had fight.
Everybody starts off as a person.
He would not die without blood on his hands.
And we fight to see who gets to be the first real person. Which is me.
Traces of his whole self remain, shrieking deep within his mind.
The other 2 guys played ghosts, and they are basically going to fly around and cause me no end of trouble, including possessing traps and monsters. And their goal is to kill me, and whoever lands the killing blow gets to be the next human. The object of the game is to get to level 10 and beat the dungeon boss. So basically you're all taking turns being monsters because you're trying to kill each other to be the next human so that you can level up. So when you kill guys, you get XPs. You can't leave a room until you kill all the monsters. Start off with just a basic dodge special power. And you're being levels and stuff. You can spell. Shit. And I die. Now, I goes. Use this. Summon a monster. Spider. Kill the barrel trap on my barrel line. Head downstairs, so that's when you should get our stuff. And then you can spend points to get the ghost. Make your monster better. Which is cool. The slurry pits. The crystals can keep him from opening doors too. It kind of like lets you use your chance to possess the trap. So yeah, you can go to the shop and you spend your gold to get better loots. Got a good monster there. Like I spit blood. Alright, now I can do this then. Got him there with that box. Those little blobbies are ectoplasm. That's what monsters can do. Partially what monsters use to help level up. It's a dead end. Here is the boss port. Like, I gotta be level 10 to go in it, though. There'll be others further down the dungeon. Just go back to the shop. But see, it's the same stock, it's the same, everyone shares the same stock. So, still have the highest levels, I'm still there. Hit it. The rotated shaft. That's a monster, but you can't be worked so it's dead. I think that's bad news bear situations here. Got it. fight some more monsters. Glad you guys make my monster Their monsters don't get jacked if I can't live as a human, because you have to win the game by being a human. I'm level 10. I guess we can go try to fight the boss. What happened? Boss time, boss time. Oh, dude. Gave it his own heart. that was Crawl. Pretty darn neat game overall. I certainly like it a lot. So, what do we got next on the fun agenda now that the sunglasses are off? Back in the dungeon here. Talk a little bit about the NES Mini. I got one a while ago. I like it a lot. I, of course, have hacked it and have some Super Nintendo and some Game Boy games, some Game Boy Advance games, a couple Sega Genesis and Master System games on it. Excuse me. You know, third-party controllers and Huda they are apparently discontinuing them, which is crazy because they've been flying off the shelves what little they got. Apparently, they decided to make it a limited run thing. Some people are saying it's because they're going to introduce a Super Nintendo version, and I don't really think so. They make a lot of money in the Virtual Console with the Super Nintendo games as is at $5 a pop. My guess is that very shortly they're going to introduce the Virtual Console on the Switch, and those 30 games are going to be like the first release, and they're going to be like $1 to $3 a piece. But maybe that's just me. Overall, kind of sucks. The scalpers are in full force. There's people who've been waiting because they knew it was going to get even rarer. That have got like 10 or 15 in their closet. Going to start selling them for like $200 and $300. Is it really worth that much? No. At $60, it's a nice console that you can, use as the, really solid, authentic feeling controllers made by Nintendo. It's a neat thing. Got a nice, easy GUI, save states, and that sort of stuff. Any more than $60 to $100, and you're better off just making a RetroPie. Flat out. I mean, anybody who wants to go with the scalpers is getting it just because, I don't know, they're too lazy to make a RetroPie, but you get a fully configured, and set up RetroPie on eBay and stuff like that if you look around for less than $200. I'll tell you that much. That will run everything that I'm running on mine. It's unfortunate that they chose to end it. I think that they should have kept making them. I know people that want them, but I have not had the luck I got to get one. So, what are you going to do? Now, let's talk a little bit about 5-Minute Dungeon. So, we got to play some 4- and 5-player 5-Minute Dungeon, and it definitely enhances the overall game. And we discovered some good combos, like stopping the clock and then using one of the rogue abilities to stack everybody's hand up as big as they possibly can. Not the rogue, Crusader. Why the Crusader? Because the Crusader has one card that lets them heal all the cards they've discarded. If you know anything about the game, your cards are your life. And normally you play them and you can't get those back. But you can use your powers, you discard them. So it's possible to get healed to get them back. So basically, the very start of the game, we have the wizard stop the clock. And then I, as the Crusader, make everybody else draw 2 cards. And then draw 2 cards. And then draw 2 cards. And then draw 2 cards. Meanwhile, I'm discarding 3 cards, but then refilling my hand. And we keep doing that until they get about 15 cards in their hand to kind of front load us. Or until I get the heal. Because once I get the heal, there's like 1 in the Crusader's deck. So, Valkyrie, which character is that? Paladin / Valkyrie. So there's and it's the Valkyrie that does it. Make everyone else draw 2 cards. Paladin fights monsters. So the Valkyrie is the Valkyrie Wizard combo is a pretty good combo to have. Overall, really like the game. We're gonna play it some more. The app's fun, but you don't need the app. So yeah, 5-Minute Dungeon. Check it out. Now we're going to tell a story. Time for a story based on 5-Minute Dungeon, because we're going to tell a story wearing today the Captain America hat that fades into backgrounds, which I didn't plan for well. So, what do we got? Today's story will be told wearing the Destiny scarf, because my chroma key skills are not up to par yet, as you can see. So Captain America's hat fades in the background, and I end up looking like a weirdo. More than normal. Maybe I should tell a story like that. I don't know. Nah. Okay, so how many cards? So, I'm going to do a random. We're just going to find a few. But first, we got to definitely have a hero. So the hero of the story is The living vines. The image won't show very well. The living vines, huh? So, one day, deep in the forest and long ago, there was a set of vines. They weren't just any vines. They were living vines. They were quite happy, vining it up, getting some sun when it could, eating the occasional bug, antelope, whatever wandered in. Until one day, a Rosetta Stone golem entered the forest and started ripping trees and shrubs and everything up. And the living vines were very concerned because the trees and shrubs, while not living in the sense of living vines, were their friends. So the living vines devised a plan with the help of their ally, a very uncomfortable chair. So what the living vines did was simply set the very uncomfortable chair in front of the golem, offering it to sit down, making it seem like the chair was less than uncomfortable, but it was very uncomfortable. As the golem was about to sit down, a literal straw man came up and said, "Stop, wait, don't you see that that's an uncomfortable chair?" And the vines were very perturbed and were forced to rip the literal straw man to pieces. What are you going to do? No, this is just a scarecrow, not the literary straw man. I'm not going to try to go that route. So now the living vines were out of a plan and called on the Duck of Canterbury to come and help them. Now, the Duck of Canterbury, unfortunately, was simply a duck in its late 30s, so it wasn't much help. In the end, the Rosetta Stone golem ate most of the forest and the living vines and moved to a nice cottage in the hills. Sadly, that's the last we ever saw of our hero, the living vines. There you go. Funny? Nah. A story? Yes. There you go. Anyhow, so that was the fun for today. We got to talk a little bit about the NES Mini, what I've been playing, some Loot Crate action, played some Crawl, which is a pretty awesome game. Check it out. Told a story based on some card draw. Let's see if I'd gotten anything good if I drew another card. The Invisible Wall. No. Having the main character be the living vines was a little bit of a difficult one. What are you going to do? So, until next time, I'm James from The James Show. You can check me out on thejamesshow.com or many of the media, social, Facebooky, Twittery, Instagram groups as The James Show 00. Email me, james@thejamesshow.com. Tweet me out, make comments here, whatever. I'll check out with you. Till next time, keep doing whatever it is you do, as long as it's nice and doesn't hurt anybody else and is mostly legal.
Yeah.